Hello, I know that you like playing drift games. Today I'm going to show you my attempts to make AI drift with me in a tandem. I know that it's much easier to tandem with somebody online. But in this video I want to highlight an offline way to play. Since drift is a controllable loss of grip, AI must know how to steer, for example, this Ibishu, the way it keeps drifting. But here's the problem, AI always chooses the simplest path to reach its target. It uses brakes, gentle steering, and it doesn't even know about a handbrake. Changing, for example, risk, doesn't bring any decent result. Maybe the game has an option to record drifting? Well, we can go to the world editor, tap Window, Gameplay, Script AI, and record an individual path for our Ibishu. But while replaying it, we clearly see that AI just follows this path, but doesn't copy the player's driving style. The very first thought I had was to activate Surface Grip mod, simulating, for example, rain or winter. But after a while I realized that AI all the time just loses control over the car. The next idea was to set Ibishu's gears ratio all the same in order to let the AI skip all of them and stuck at certain speed and torque. However, the result is still not really satisfying. So, can we somehow enable manual throttle and brakes for AI? After some search I found an interesting info on BeamNG forum. All I had to do is to comment these lines in Notepad to disable AI input. And this was extremely useful. If you ever drive a car and pushed tab key, not releasing throttle, you could notice that the car continued driving on its own. And now, if we enable AI, we get a traffic vehicle whose throttle we can control. It's pretty funny to drive, because you never know where your AI car decides to turn. Now then, back to drifting. I've spent some time customizing gearbox of this Ibishu and chasing it in this orange beast. Let's watch the replay that I finally recorded. So, is it possible to drift in pair with AI? Well, yes, but only for cinematic making purposes. I still have one thing to check. Theoretically, I can take a controller in one hand, a keyboard in the other, and control two cars at once, because BeamNG supports multi-seat. But what if I record a keyboard input for one vehicle? For my test I used Program Mouse Key Recorder. And my idea failed immediately, because BeamNG is a real-time physics simulator, where a sequence of small inaccuracies leads to a completely different result. If you know some way to drift tandems in BeamNG, please let me know in comments. And as always, thanks for watching.